Welcome back to another video. I am Real Talk, your go-to destination for real, honest, and no BS dating site review. I focus on mostly international dating sites, and these are credit-based dating sites. Here I give you all of the facts. I tell you everything that you need to know, and I give you all of the details on how these dating site really works. My ultimate goal is to save you time and, more importantly, to save you from wasting a lot of money. Now, in this review, I will go over three dating sites, and they are GoldenAgeSouls, SameAgeDates, and finally, YourAgeMeets. Now, I group all three of these dating sites together. That is because they are exactly the same. They have the same features, same credit system, same everything. There is really no difference. And really, the only difference that you will see is the name and name only. All other features are identical. Here we are in my Golden Age Souls account. And this here is Same Age Dates account. And then finally, Your Age Meets account. And as you can see, let me toggle from site to site. All three of these dating sites looks exactly the same. They are identical. Same layout, same format, same type of information. And once again, there is really no difference, as I will show you in this video. Now, the name may imply something here, but don't let it fool you. Your age meets and same age dates, and even golden age. So they market it as an older crowd, so 40 and older. But don't let that fool you. That is not the case. I've been through these websites pretty extensively, and you will find members from 18 to 90. And also, you will find members from really all over the world. So there are a lot of members on here from the US and Canada. There are a lot of members on here from Europe, Asia, and certainly you will find members from Latin American countries as well. The first thing that you should do after signing up for your account is you need to complete your profile. And let me walk you through this step. And keep this in mind, whichever site I am talking about or showing on the screen, the information I am sharing is applicable to the other sites as well. So for this part, I will just use Your Age Meets to walk you through completing your profile. I won't spend a lot of time on here. This is very self-explanatory. So here I just created a fake profile. And once again, just to show you this process. Obviously, you need to put your name and bio in here. There is a section for about, so traits, interests, and so on. What you are looking for, and then there's a story section, and then you can add different posts or different photos as well. I always recommend that you complete your profile as thorough as you can. The more information that you provide, that is more information other members know about who you are. And at a minimum, you should always write a story. And a story is just basically something you want other members to know. I would recommend writing 3 to 4 short and concise sentences describing who you are and what you are about, and of course, what you are looking for. So, at a minimum, write a little bit more about yourself in this story section. But as you can see, as I scroll up, there are different traits that you can pick from. There are different interests, movies, musics, and your goal. And then your gender, your personality, and so on and so forth. Once again, very self explanatory. There's not much else to really talk about in this particular section. I do recommend you uploading a good profile picture. So, a good picture like this, one of your face, and then add at least 5 more good pictures, one of your full body, and then several more pictures showing what you are into or something you find interesting and unique. And while you are in here, there are some other settings maybe you want to adjust. So just go to settings, obviously email. And let me point this out because I get this message quite often, but I think people just aren't paying attention. If you want to send me a message, this here is my email, realtalkdatingsitereview@gmail.com. You can also find my email, obviously, inside of my channel. Change your password in here. I do not recommend you putting your phone number. There are notifications that you can turn on and off if that is what you want to. But so these are the other options that you can go through one by one. Turn whichever on and off that applies to you. And then you can also delete your account at the bottom, and or you can just deactivate your account if you just want to take a break. Icebreakers. So icebreaker is self-explanatory. It is what it sounds like. If you don't know where to start, the website will have a bunch of icebreakers for you as a suggestion, and this you will have to purchase. And I will talk about purchasing and credits in the upcoming section. I get a lot of messages, and I do see a lot of these icebreakers. I can always tell that it is an icebreaker from the website. Payments info will be in here, so it's kind of like your payment history. It tracks how much you are spending, and then I do recommend you log out if you are not on the site, or you can just close your window, and you may still get a lot of notifications if you don't turn them on or off. So we can start with filter, but as you can see, there is no country listed right here. And that is the same for same age dates. You cannot filter by country. That is because both of these dating sites are quote new unquote, but in reality it is not new. It is just a copycat of an existing dating site. They just haven't gone through and updated the country list yet. But if I were to head on over to YourAgeMeets, you will see a lot of countries listed, but do not expect members from a lot of these countries. You may find one, you may find zero. Overall, what I see on here are US, some Canadian, a handful of European countries, a handful of Asian, so Chinese, Vietnam. You won't find any Japanese or any Korean girls on here at all, but that is how you can filter. You can also filter by age and what you are looking for. So overall, that is the filtering option on here. Once again, you won't find that on SameAgeDates and GoldenAgeSoul, at least not yet. Taking a look at other features on here, let's start with newsfeed. Newsfeed is what it sounds like, and it's just like a Facebook newsfeed. I'm not on Facebook, but anyways, it works exactly the same way. These are just various members posting about themselves. You can scroll through, look through the news feed, and reach out to anyone that you find interesting. So essentially, that is just the news feed feature. Messages. So all of your messages will show up here, and I will talk about more messages in the upcoming section. Also, mail. So your mail will be in here. Search. I went through search already. People people are just like newsfeed. This is maybe something the dating site may recommend to you based on your preference. Again, it is very much like newsfeed. You can certainly look through them and reach out to any members that you find interesting. So credits. This is very important, and I will spend a lot of time talking about credits, the credit system, and the pricing. So overall, these are all of the main features that you will utilize on these dating sites. I'll quickly mention free options. What can you do on here for free? Well, not a whole much or not a whole lot. You can certainly browse as many profiles as you want, so there's no restriction on that. And you can go into a profile and read all about who they are. I mentioned newsfeed already. You can certainly look through the newsfeed. Messages. I am not on here. I don't have any messages, but all of your messages will show up here, and you can always read your message for free. Once again, they will all show up right here. You can read every message for free. So that's one good thing. Mail. All of your mail will show up here. You can read your initial mail or initial letter for free from one member. So if you have 10 mail or 10 letters, each each member you can read their first letter for free. And I went through search and I went through people. Like I said, I will talk about credits in more detail. So essentially that is all you can do for free on here. Browse profile, read your incoming messages, and read your initial mail for free. Okay, so let's talk about credit and why you need it. So these are credit-based dating sites. And I already went through what you can do for free, which is not a whole lot. Everything else you will definitely need to purchase to utilize all of the features. And as you can see, when I toggle from site to site, the pricing and credit system are exactly identical. So let's go through this in a little bit more detail. Why do you need credits? You need credits to use your mail, credits to use chat, reply with any stickers. You need credits for any private content, and such as photo or video, to share any media. So this could be photo, audio, or video, and to send any type of gift. And I will touch on gift in the upcoming section as well. So that is why you need credits. And sometimes if you are a new member, they may give you 20 free credits. I didn't get any, but that's because I think they are offering promotions, and I will look through that here in a second. This here keeps track of all the credits that you have purchased. So please pay attention to how much you are spending. And then down here are the important details that you really need to pay attention to. So let's go through each one by one. Pricing for chat. So on here, chatting is 2 credits per minute. That's right. Just to send a message will cost you 2 credits per minute. Any stickers that you are sending is 5 credits. Any photo or audio is 10 credits each. Videos and posts is 50 credits. Video and posts use a lot of credits, as you can see. So be very careful how you are using this feature, because this will use your credits very quickly. Your credits can disappear in the blink of an eye. So be careful on posts and videos. Mail. Mail is a great way to send a long letter, but mail does come at a cost. So for example, your first letter in a thread is 10 credits. Each letter after that is 30 credits. What does this mean? So for example, let's say you send a girl a letter. That is going to cost you 10 credits for that first letter. That same girl you send every letter to after that, so letter 2, 3, 4, or 5, whatever, however number that you want to pick, each one of those letter is going to cost you 30 credits each. So pay attention to this as well. First letter is 10 credits. Every letter after that is 30 credits. So if you were to send 10 letter, that would cost you 30 credits. Once again, watch out for this feature. Opening a letter. So first letter in a thread is free. Each following letter costs 10 credits. So what does this mean? So for example, if you get 2 letters, I have a letter here. I open up the first letter from the girl or man, if you're a woman. That first one is free. Every letter that you open after that will cost you 10 credits. So if you get 3 letters, your first letter is free. Letters number 2 and number 3 will be 10 credits each. So a total of 20 credits, and so on. Now they do offer you to send photos in a letter free of charge. You can send a lot of photos, at least 5 if not more. That is one good thing about that. Opening a picture in a letter. Kind of same as opening a letter. So your first picture in a thread is free. Each following costs 10 credits. Same example. If you get 3 pictures in a letter, your first picture you could open up for free. Picture number 2 will cost you 10 credits. Picture number 3 will cost you another 10 credits, and so on. So once again, your first one is free. Every picture after that is 10 credits each. And I mentioned this already. Video is 50 credits. This is your most expensive option. And depending on the site, they may have other features on here. for 50 credits. So some profiles will have a video of themselves that will cost you 50 credits to view. You will get the chance to look through gift catalog, and I will talk about gift as well in more detail. And then you may be offered some unique silly gift for 1 credit. So essentially, this is the pricing for all of the features that you will need to use on this site. Now, a lot of profiles will give you the option of sending a gift. Some do, a lot of them don't, but a lot of them also have it. I didn't see a gift option on SameAgeDates or GoldenAgeSouls. Maybe that is because I didn't go through enough profiles. But anyways, you can find a gift in their profile section. Here is how gift works. Well, first of all, I will tell you these are all virtual gifts right here. Virtual meaning fake. And these gifts will vary from season to season, month to month, location to location, depending on the country. And all of these profiles will have pretty much the same virtual gift option. So once again, it's going to vary somewhat from site to site and depending on where you are from. But the point is this, these are all fake gifts. These are not real. She gets nothing tangible for it. And all that she will get is just a picture of that gift. For example, you have flowers here. There are special gifts. There are hobbies, postcards, something animated. So there are a lot to choose from. And to me, this is just quite silly, an absolute waste of time, and absolutely a waste of money. And some of these virtual gifts is expensive. I mean, for example, here is a grill night for 240 credits. Basically, all she would get is just a picture of this grill, and you will spend 240 credits. So that's probably $100, 75 to $100, something like that. You spend 175 to $100, give or take, to send someone a picture of a grill. How silly is that? That is just dumb. I don't recommend you doing this. After all of these are fake. It may be a nice gesture. Sure, you might want to send a picture of a flower. Yay, that's great. But all she get is just a picture and you spent 25, $30 of real money. So overall, gift is a waste of time. These gifts are just a waste of money and it is a sucker bet. And let me show you this before I get too deep into the credit packages here. As I mentioned, sometimes you get free credits to start out with, but what they are doing now is offering a promotion for new members. So as you can see here, they are offering for a new member 150 credits for $20. This is actually a pretty good deal to start out with. 150 credits. You can use the site, use all of the features, kind of as a trial, if you will, and it is enough for you to get to know the website and maybe have some fun on here. So this is a promotion that they are running for a new member. Once again, $20 for 150 credits, not a bad deal overall. Now let's take a look at the credit packages and the cost of each one. So let's open that up. And I've noticed I've used enough of these dating sites, well over 100. They have since changed their credit system, the credit packages. Typically, they offer 4 to 5. Here, they are offering 10. The price or the credit packages are smaller, but the overall price is about the same credit per credit. So here they are offering anywhere from 500 credits for $250 all the way down to 20 credits for $10. And I've shown you before, 150 credits is $75. Remember in the previous slide, 150 credit is $20 for a promotion. That is why I said it is a good deal. Typically, their price is $75 for that same 150 credit package. But once again, there are 10 options available, anywhere from 500 credits to 20 credits. Let's take a closer look at the cost here. So guys, I am speaking to you. Pay attention. Let's say you were to purchase 500 credits for $250. How long do you think that will last? I promise you this. 500 credits will not last you 1 month. It will not last you 2 weeks. It will not last you 1 week. It won't even last you one day, depending on how you are using the credits. So let's go through this as an example. Now remember, 2 credits per minute to just chat. That's 120 credits per hour. 4 hours is 480 credits. So really, you only get a little over 4 hours of chat time. That is all you get for 500 credits. Just a little over of just a little over 4 hours of chatting. Now, when you factor in doing photos or audio, and especially videos and posts, this too will use your credit very quickly. And I mentioned this earlier in the video. So for 500 credits, you can open 10 videos or 10 posts. That's it. In addition, if you were to do photo, that's more credits. And you are chatting, that is more credits. And then if you were to do letters, so you can theoretically do 15 to 20 letters if you are not using some of these other features. The point I am making here, guys, is for 500 credits, 250 bucks, it may not last you one day. It will only last you 4 hours if you were to just chat and chat only. So overall, this is what you get. Very small credits and you spend a lot of money. Ask yourself, do you want to spend 250 bucks to just chat for 4 hours? Well, to me, that is just insane. And I certainly don't recommend it. But this is how you need to look at the credit system. You get small credits, it will cost you a lot of money. And before you know it, you are so busy chatting and getting photos and doing videos and posts. Within an hour or so, you may have used up all your credits. Next thing you know, you are reaching into your pocket and spending more money. So be aware of that. Credits on here go very fast. You spend a lot of money in the process. Okay, so this here is an important section. So I do recommend you listening and watching all the way through. In this, I will cover exchanging contacts. Can you exchange contacts on these dating sites, on any of them? Well, the short answer is no, you cannot. All three of these dating sites has done an amazing job of blocking and preventing the exchange of phone numbers and emails. They just don't want you to do it. And they do have a way that you can exchange, but it will cost you some money. And I will talk about that here shortly. But anyways, for example, if you are chatting with someone, let's say I am chatting with this girl here, and I were to put my email and phone number in this chat box and send, well, that isn't going to work. My email and phone number in here will be blocked. It will be scrubbed out. And more than likely, it will be, she will see nothing but asterisk. And that is also true if I were to try to do it inside a letter, right? I write my email, phone number in a letter. Once again, I try to send that letter. That information will be scrubbed out. It will be blocked. More than likely, she will see nothing but asterisk or some crazy character like that. So it won't work in letters either. And also, if you were to try to get creative, and let me head back to chat, even if you were to say, let's use Facebook or WhatsApp or Telegram or use another dating site in a chat and try to send that, those keywords and phrases will also be scrubbed out. Once again, they don't want you to leave the site at all. They want you to stay here and spend money. That is it. That is their goal. So any keywords or phrases or mentioning any other dating site, it will not be sent. It will be scrubbed out. That is true if you were to use any of those terms or phrases in a letter. It will not be sent. More than likely, it will be scrubbed out. Now, let's say you try to get creative and you are determined. What can you do? And if you were to try it this way, let's say you wanted to send a picture, and in your picture, you put your email and phone number, and you attach this picture to a chat and send it. Well, that picture will not be sent. If you were to try to attach that same picture to a letter and try to send it, well, that picture will not be sent. If anything, your phone number and email will also be scrubbed out. So once again, this information will get scrubbed out in a letter or in um, a chat. She may just see your picture, but this information will be scrubbed out. So trying this method just doesn't work either. Now, the dating site does offer a way where you can exchange email or contacts on here. They do allow that, and it is going to cost you some money, and you will have to fill out some paperwork. And I used enough of these dating sites. I copied and pasted the typical steps that you must go through. Here's what you must do. Typically, most of these dating site works the same way. Like I said, you have to utilize at least 5,000 credits on the site. So you have to utilize a lot of the features on here, like messages and mail and so on, that equals up to 5,000 credits. So basically, it's anywhere from 1,200 to $1,400. And with the new pricing feature, it's probably a little bit less, $800 to $1,400, somewhere along those lines. But anyway, that is just a lot of money to get someone's phone number. That's just nuts. On top of that, you would have to provide a driver's license or even a passport and fill out additional form about yourself. To me, this is a huge security risk. You are giving your information to an unknown website. A lot of these websites are based overseas. This website doesn't even tell you where they are or where they are located. I know who they are because I've seen this website many times. But anyways, you are giving personal information to an unknown website. Just don't do it. And some website, so this is not applicable to any of this site here, but some website may require you to chat 15 days with a member before you can apply to get her contact. So once again, these are the typical steps you must go through. Utilize 5,000 credits and upload documents. So to me, that is just insane. That is 5,000 credits per member. So if you have multiple girls you are chatting with and you want to get her phone number, you could spend some serious money on here, a couple $1,000s easily. I wouldn't pay $100 to get any girl's phone number, even if she is close to me. That is just insane. I am telling you, don't waste your time, don't waste your money, just don't do it. So what can you do? Well, what you can do is come into my channel and send me a private message. This here is my email, Real Talk Dating Site Review at gmail.com. Send me a message, and I do have some tips, ideas, and suggestions that you can try for yourself on these dating sites that can make it easier for you to exchange contact without spending a ton of money. A lot of these dating sites, they do have a lot of hidden features on here, and I covered that in a separate video. So if you want to know what these hidden features are, watch this video right here. 8 hidden dating site features. I'll walk you through all of the hidden features that is common with these 3 dating sites, as well as all of these other dating sites you see here in my channel. Link in the description. And before I go, recommendation. Do I recommend GoldenAgeSoul, SameAgeDates, and YourAgeMeets? The short answer is no, I do not. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. And let me refresh your memory. Well, number one, it is very expensive. I went through all the pricing for you already. The credits on here are extremely expensive. You get a small amount of credits and you pay a lot of money. And your credits will not last very long. Like I said, for this example, this may last you an hour if you are utilizing a lot of these other features down here. And then I already mentioned that it's hard to exchange contact on here. And then also the overall expense and non-transparent nature of these sites. Once again, I don't recommend any of these dating sites at all. If you want any recommendations from me, just come back to my channel and just send me a message and I will certainly respond back. So there you have it, a complete breakdown, rundown of GoldenAgeSoul, SameAgeDates, and YourAgeMeets. I hope you have learned a lot of good information on here. Once again, I have given you everything you need to know on how these dating site works. So with that said, I do wish you good luck on your dating journey. and I would definitely see you in the next one.